Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again, and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video, we are in my nail polish room again, and we are back to organizing. I have the last segment of the alphabet to organize, but before we do that, I thought I would show you a little update to what I've already organized. You may notice that there is a new piece there, a new plastic stacking organizer. I found that at a local thrift store for $3.99 and figured that that might be a good, cheaper alternative to trying to get another Helmer, which I honestly don't even know how much they are nowadays, but when I bought mine, they were $50. So $3.99, $50. I also like that you can see the polish, at least a little bit, in that plastic drawer, and it does hold a lot more than a Helmer drawer. So that's the plastic one, that's a Helmer. So pretty big difference. So we did a little bit of rearranging here. I also have the majority of the toppers now in a pile, a giant box. So those are going to be something that I need to sort through and then do a bunch of comparisons before I put those up. I actually have some plastic racks. I got those a long time ago on Facebook Marketplace. There are a set of 3 plastic shelves, and I have yet to do anything with them, but I think what I'm going to do is have them go above the Bee's Knees lacquer that I have right there, Bee's Knees lacquer and julep, and have them on that wall. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I did do a little bit of rearranging. I think you guys already saw what was in the M through P's, or the beginning of the P's, but I did move some things around. So now we have these used. So in the first top drawer here, I have my Moonshine Manny. And then I also have Monarch and Music City Beauty. So those 3 brands have that small drawer. And then Never Enough and Nail Hoot have a drawer. There is some room in there. Here's also a little sneak peek. Actually, you'll probably already have seen part 1 of that, but that is my in the works spring rack. Then I moved the Sassy polishes into their own drawer here as well. So that'll include Sassy Sauce, more Sassy Sauce. That's definitely the biggest brand in that grouping, but I also have Sassy Pants and Sassy Cats. And then this drawer actually has a bunch of S brands. Sorry for the poor lighting, but those are the brands that I have in here. So I have Scofflaw, I have Shalee, I have Stella Chroma, Sweet and Sour, Sayuri, and Serum number 5. And then when I got the plastic one today, I was able to rearrange some things there. So now I have Pretty Beautiful Unlimited on the top in their own flat. Polish got its own drawer. They were actually in a little plastic tote, so they got moved to a drawer. The 2 middle drawers should be basically the same, and then I moved the miscellaneous R's in here. And you guys, I found out that in one of these drawers here, I still had a bunch of Revlons, so I moved those over here. I also had a bunch of Sally Hansen, so I got those out, and I had a bunch more Sinful Colors, so we'll get there in a second, but that's why this looks like a lot more Revlon than what had been in my sorting portion. I mean, at least half of this came from that larger drawer. So now this drawer has RX, Rescue Beauty Lounge, which I'm still gonna have to see if I need more room for those, since I am doing the comparisons of those from the huge estate haul. My Restored by Polish, Reverie, Rimmel London, and then the rest of these are Revlon. Then I moved Supernatural to its own tote, then all of the S miscellaneous. Then this drawer in the new container has my Rogue lacquers, Red Eyed lacquers, and all of my Quixotic. So those all fit pretty nicely in there. And then Sally Hansen has its own drawer. So I did have a lot more than what was in my sorting video. And I did also find the rest of the bottles of Pacific Blue that I had. Then Sinful Colors has its own drawer, and my goodness, Now that I have them all together, I have a lot from that brand, which isn't too surprising since they were a drugstore brand and I purchased from them for years before I found indies. Then the last drawer is my teas. So I have Trio Lacquer, Trust Fund Beauty, Turtle Tootsies, Twisting Nethers, Tips, which I think I only have a couple bottles from that brand, and then Top Shelf Lacquer. So that drawer, as you can see, has a ton of room, but that was basically tea miscellaneous. And from there, we're gonna go ahead and organize my U's through Z's. And this might seem like one of the smallest sections, but that is because I still have the majority of my Zoyas in the bottom drawer here. So that's where those are gonna stay. Any of the Zoyas that I find in the sorting video today will just get added into the bottom drawer with the rest of my Zoyas. And then this drawer should hopefully hold the rest of my U's through Z's. So let's go ahead and get sorting. All right, so I already had most of my Vapids all in one box. So those are together. I have all of the other polishes sorted out there. And surprisingly, the only Zoyas that I didn't have already in the Zoya drawer was only that little handful of polish. So now I need to put these all in the drawers. Alright, so now the only thing left to do is to put the wildflower lacquer away. Those I already have on a little shelf in my bedroom. So here is where I have my wildflower lacquer and swamp gloss, two of my favorite brands. As you can see, the wildflower lacquer, it's already filling up most of its space. So I'm gonna have to make a little bit of room here. Alright, that opened up a little bit of space. Had to move some books around. Now let's go ahead and put the wildflower lacquer away. All right, there we go. All right, had to make room. I forgot to put the Vapid away. All right, now we're done. All right, so the U through Z is going to be a pretty short walkthrough as far as what we just put away. I had a couple from Urban Outfitters, Vanessa Molina, That brand also has gone through a couple of different bottle styles. I think this is their most recent one, the cylindrical one. Then of course the Vapids that I forgot to add to the drawer from their box. Got quite a lot of those. I have a row of just miscellaneous, so one bottle of Virago. I think I might have another bottle somewhere. Verity, this is one that I got in a mystery box. Victorian Varnish. The Wet n Wild's another brand that has a bunch of different styles of bottles. I even have one from the Fergie line. I think that also came to me in either a thrift store bag or a mystery box. Then we have some bottles from Watcha. I have some from Wing Dust, a couple from What Addiction. I have a handful from Ren, and then the last few rows are from Zombie Claw. And then of course the Zoya drawer, which I managed to knock a bunch over while adding to it, but there's the Zoyas. All right, so that is where we are with my organization. I still have this massive stack of polishes that I'm going through for that huge estate haul of nail polish. If you haven't seen that, I'll post the little link to that series. I do forewarn you, it's about 40 videos, so it's going to be a while, but I go through all of the polish that I got. That green tote is also full of the polishes that I decided to destash as I was going. So these are just the keepers. So what I've been doing is sorting and swatching and seeing if I have any dupes from that haul, and then that will be a whole other organization project to try to fit all of the ones that I am keeping into my current organization. Now, for a few of the brands, I did keep a little bit of space available, but really not a lot. So we're going to have to, you know, play that by ear, but we'll see how that goes. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know which brands in this section were your favorites. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in that next one.